Today I'm going to talk to you just a little bit about how I travel, why I travel, how much it costs me, and just a little bit about my blog really. I haven't been away for maybe 3 weeks now, but I don't want this channel to start dying as it's gaining speed, so I just thought I'd do a little sit down chat with you, and you can get to know me. Okay, so just a little background about me really. I'm Vicky, I'm 29, I am the creator of LeeBellaBlogs.com, which is my travel blog. If you're not new here, you will know that I've started a new series on this channel called 24 Hours In, which is where I show you how easy and how cheap it is to do a 24-hour city break into Europe. I've been doing this since January after last year seeing that a few other people were doing 24 hours trips, but usually on their way through somewhere. But I, together with my husband, are doing 24-hour breaks from the UK into Europe and back again on a Saturday and a Sunday. So far this year we've done 4. We started in Naples, so we did 24 hours in Naples from London Stansted in January, which was fantastic. If you haven't seen that video, I'll link it wherever it goes up here. Then we went over to Amsterdam and it was more of a 48 hour, well 36 hours, but who's counting? On the Piano Ferry from Hull into Rotterdam and then Amsterdam. Again, I'll link all my videos down in the down bar in case you want to catch up on the vlogs. Then we went over to Valencia and did 24 hours in Valencia. I actually did that one with my family because I was there for a work conference. So we just had 24 hours beforehand to explore. Then our most recent one is we did 24 hours in Frankfurt in Germany. Again, all of these 24-hour breaks are from the UK and not because we're already in Europe. So it is exciting, fast-paced, adrenaline-filled, early mornings, but it is totally worth it, and I'll tell you why. So on the 24-hour trips, the first trip we booked with Naples was via an app called Lucky Trip. It's a little bit like Tinder, I would think, but for travelling. But I'll leave the blog post of the review down below if you're interested in reading that. A quick rundown is you type in your dates, your airport and how many people, and you just press Lucky and it throws up go to Poland, go to Naples, go to wherever and it gives you your flights and your accommodation. So once I found out about this app, I was like, fantastic. Not only is it going to give me travel inspiration, like of places to go to, it's going to put the whole package together for me. So that's what we did for Naples. It was fantastic. It was absolutely seamless from start to finish. If you haven't been to Naples, it is one of them underrated cities. It has a little bit of a bad reputation because once I'd booked it, I was obviously researching about what we could do in 24 hours there, what are the main things to see, etc, etc. And yeah, there were some not nice things said about Naples, about the mafia and all of this rubbish, and it is totally not true. From any European city you can partially expect to see a bit of litter, a bit of graffiti, that kind of thing, but actually I like all that. Like I like, well, not so much the litter, but I like looking at the, you know, the street art or whatever. But Naples is definitely a place that you should visit if you haven't already. So when we do the 24-hour trips, I do try to keep our budget as low as possible so that we can do more. A little bit more of a background about myself, my husband. We both live and work in Lincolnshire. We own our house, so we have mortgages to pay, we have bills to pay, etc. So we have to work full time, both of us. But we both said to ourselves that, you know, even though we work hard Monday to Friday, the world is such a big place and we have to see it. We don't have any children. We do have dogs and they go in the kennels. But the pair of us have got the travel bug big time this year. We've always loved holidays anyway. But basically we have to work, so we have to keep our budget as low as possible. The good thing about Lucky Trip is by the time we'd paid for our flights, our accommodation through Lucky Trip, and then the spending money that we spent on pizza, obviously, when in Naples, gelato, and I think we paid one entrance fee into somewhere, which was about €10. We literally spent £200 and we went to Italy and back in a weekend. It blows my mind because if you are from the UK, you will know that you can easily spend £200 on a weekend break to York, on a weekend break in London, just for your accommodation. Then you have to pay to get there, whether that be by train, by car, and it soon mounts up for us, and it's a personal thing. Going to Europe and back in one day, or 24 hours, is an absolute no-brainer because it is so cheap. So the idea behind me doing these 24-hour trips and vlogging them for you guys is to show you that yes, even though it is quick-paced, it's exciting, it's fun, it's a little bit rushed at times, it's totally worth it for what you can see, what you can do. These cities are just fantastic. They blow my mind. For you guys out there who are into languages, it's a really good way to practice your languages. So far this year I've learned a little bit of German, hallo, wie geht's? And a little bit of Spanish, hola, ¿qué tal? So that is why we do the 24-hour breaks, and that is how much they cost us. Just want to talk quickly about the Piano Ferry, because that is, without a shadow of a doubt, the cheapest way to get to Amsterdam. The Piano Ferry that we went on runs from Hull into Rotterdam. It is £40 per person for the basic cabin. So that's an inside cabin with no windows. It's got 2 single beds and a bathroom, and that is it. On board the Piano Ferry, there are 2 restaurants. There's an a la carte restaurant, a buffet restaurant. I think there's 3 bars that you can go to, and then there's the show bar, which is like where they do all the karaoke, not karaoke, you know, entertainment. It is a little bit Butlins, but it's fun. So I would recommend the Piano Ferry for anyone trying to get to Amsterdam. Just have a look around. You only get 6 hours in Amsterdam by the time the bus drops you off and gets you back, so it is only 6 hours. It is a fleeting visit to Amsterdam, but if you're looking again for a really cheap weekend away, it leaves at 8:30 on a Friday night from Hull, so you can do your full day at work, get in the car, go down, do your overnight into Amsterdam, get off, go to Amsterdam for the day, get back on, you're back in Hull at 7:30 the next morning. So it is really, really, really quick and fast paced, but you've been to Amsterdam and back for £80 per couple. Again, it's just a no-brainer. So next, I'm going to talk about my more luxury holidays and how I book them and how much they cost. This year, so far, we've been to Tenerife. We went to Tenerife in March for a week for Frank's birthday. We stayed at the Sandos San Blas Hotel, and it was cheap. It was £1,200 for both of us, all-inclusive, in a 5-star hotel on the south of Tenerife. It's a nice holiday. It was a bonus holiday for us. I booked it as a surprise, so Frank didn't actually know about it until Christmas. But in terms of luxury, even though it was 5-star, the room was insane. Like, the room was immaculate. The facilities are really good there. The service wasn't horrendous, but it wasn't fantastic either. There was a language barrier. There was quite a large language barrier. I don't know whether this is like a Spanish thing or whether it was just to Sandos, but not many people spoke English, and our Spanish is rubbish, as you previewed earlier. That was quite difficult, but also as soon as we started speaking English to somebody, they turned their back on us and didn't want to know, which I thought was quite rude. So our next holiday is actually imminent in 2 weeks, and we are going to Mexico for a week, which is another luxury holiday for us. We are staying 5-star. We've worked really hard to pay this holiday. Like I said before, we both work full-time. We both work all hours God sends. Frank goes to work at 1:30, some mornings anywhere up to 4 o'clock in the morning. Not that it has to be justified, but I'm just letting you know that we do work hard for these holidays, and it's not a given. I don't get anything gifted through Lee Bella Blogs or through this YouTube channel because it's not big enough. I do this because I love making video and I love writing my blog, so that's why I'm online. Mexico, we're staying in Acamor Bay, which, from what I've read, is meant to be glorious. It's meant to be white sand and blue sea. The hotel we're staying in is 5-star rated on TripAdvisor, which I've never seen before. In October, we go back to Midaparu in the Maldives. I'll leave our honeymoon vlogs here or here, wherever it goes. From last year, we fell in love with the Maldives. I'm not going to lie to you, Midaparu Island is Maldives on a budget. It is affordable compared to other islands in the Maldives, but the luxury is still the same. The accommodation is beautiful, you get an outdoor shower. The food is to die for. The food is obviously, because of the Maldives location off the coast of India, Sri Lanka, is very, very spicy and Indian sort of influenced, and I love food like that, like curries and things. It was beautiful. As you can see from the vlogs, we did do the water villa side as well. We upgraded whilst we were on the resort to get that cheap. I'll tell you all about that in a blog post that I've got. I'll link that below. But yeah, we're going back in October. Just because we were in such a bubble while we were there. We were in our honeymoon bubble. It was amazing. Oh my God, we're in the Maldives. We never ever thought we'd be able to afford to go to the Maldives, and we did. And now we can afford to go back. So that's what we're doing. We have actually got it cheaper this time round, but whatever. So for my luxury holidays, I book them, or I have booked these ones. I booked the Maldives last year, Tenerife, Mexico, and Maldives this year, all through a company called Holidays Please. Now, Holidays Please are like a company with travel advisors, I would say, who are all home-based. They are your travel advisor from the beginning, so you speak to one person only, whereas if you go through like Thomas Cook or TUI or anyone like that, you generally book it online, and then you can end up speaking to every Tom, Dick and Harry in the world before you actually get your problem resolved if there's a problem with your book. With Holidays Please, we deal with one lady, and she basically sorts everything out for us from quotation stage to booking to payment, to tickets. All the tickets get sent straight to your house, and then while we're away, if God forbid, we haven't had this so far, touch wood, if anything was wrong with the booking when we arrived at the destination, she would be on hand to sort that out for us. And then afterwards, they always give you like a little call just to say, how was your holiday? Did everything go according to plan? I really, really like Holidays Please's services. It is a little bit pricey though. These people are like the middlemen, I would say, for bookings. So you tend to pay a little bit more, but you pay a little bit more for the service that you get. It is completely hassle-free. We don't worry at all about our holiday bookings. We trust our holiday advisor. We know that she's going to send us to decent places. They are luxury travel agents, so you're looking at your Maldives, your Caribbeans, Mauritius, Sri Lanka, Singapore, all of them sort of places. You're looking at sort of 4-star or more with Holidays Please. Also, their minimum spend is £500 per person. For me, I'm assuming for a lot of you guys out there as well, you have commitments. You can maybe afford just to do a few holidays a year or one holiday a year. But my message to you, and I'm hoping that my message is getting through to people, is that travel doesn't have to be expensive. Travel is about the experience. Travel is about how it enriches your life and meeting new people and understanding different cultures and just becoming a bit more of a well-rounded person. And I really, really hope that by me explaining this in this video, this encourages some of you to travel more. Okay, so I've just got a quick Q&A now. I'll put out on my Twitter if anyone had any travel questions for this video, and I've had a few back. Okay, the first question is, what is the quirkiest place that you've ever stayed in? I look forward to watching your video. Thank you so much. Oh God. I would say that I haven't really got like a quirky place. I would probably say the water villas in the Maldives was like the best place I've stayed in. As far as quirky goes, I don't have it booked yet, but I'm hoping that a few days before Christmas, myself and Frank will be flying over to either Iceland or Finland to stay in the igloos. That's pretty quirky, but it's not booked yet and I haven't stayed there yet. As far as quirkiness goes, probably the water villas in the Maldives. Does that count as quirky? Not really, sorry. Okay, the next question is, what do you miss most when you're abroad from home? I'd have to say my dogs. I miss my dogs so much when I'm away. But like I said earlier, I know they're looked after well. Also my bed. There's nothing better than your own bed. If money was no option, where would you travel and why? If money wasn't an issue, I would do a round the world trip. Next question is, what is the best thing to pack for your travels? Okay, right, me and Frank are terrible because we share a suitcase when we go on the 24-hour breaks, right? So we are really terrible at forgetting our toothbrushes. I don't know why. We are regular toothbrush cleaners, you know, teeth cleaners. But when we were in Tenerife in the vanity kit, they had these little travel toothbrushes, and basically they're in like a plastic thing and you pull them open and you brush your teeth and then you close them back down. They are godsends. We just leave them in the suitcase now, and we've got one each, and that's what we take. Next question is, what is the first thing you do when you reach a new destination? I.e., do you check out the hotel, sleep, eat, repeat, ha ha ha. The first thing we do is find where we're staying. So when we went to Naples, we jumped on a public bus because I knew it was near the port that we were staying. Found the hotel. Luckily enough, we were able to check in straight away, even though it was only like 10:30, 11 o'clock in the morning. But we always locate the hotel first and then use that as like a base to branch out from. What has been your favourite thing to do on a holiday? Where did you do it and why? My favourite thing was... oh, I don't know actually. I'd say my favourite destination was obviously the Maldives. I'm a bit of a Maldives bore now, I'm sorry. My favourite thing that we did though would have to be in Cyprus. We went over to Cyprus and to visit my uncle, and he took us over the Acromas, which is like a big mountain range. But in the mountain range is the military, I don't know, like training place. Anyway, it's really rocky, it's really bumpy. I'll leave the vlog here for you. It was a real like experience. I thought we were going to die at one point. I thought we were going to roll down the side of the mountain and just conk it into the sea. But that was a really fun experience, and I'm really pleased that we did it. Why do you blog? So I blog for a few reasons actually. I started my blog because I love writing. I've always been really good at writing, and I just wanted somewhere to vent really and share my thoughts without putting it all over Facebook, and condense my thoughts into rational, readable posts, and relatable as well. I started the travel blogging because I just want to share my message about travel not being extortionately expensive, travel not being accessible to certain people, because it's accessible to everybody, and there's always a way to do travel, and I like to share that through my blog. So yeah, that's why I started my blog. So I'm going to pull this video to an end because I've realised that I've been talking for ages, but I hope you enjoyed it. Please give it a thumbs up if you like it, and give it a subscribe if you want to stick around for more vlogs. My next vlog will be from Mexico. I've got some really exciting stuff coming up from there, so yeah, please subscribe if you want to stick around for more vlogs, and there's a few more 24-hour breaks coming up over the summer too. Until then, bye!